How to Feed a Loon. I'm Chris.
And I'm Wesley.
My studly, spudly loon.
Yes.
He's a stud.
And a spud lover.
Spud lover. I'm a stud lover. I'm a spud lover too. Okay, let's get off that.
Yeah,
let's talk about what we're making today. We're using one of the most versatile vegetables in the world.
Spuds,
potatoes. And I'm telling you, I say this a lot, but this truly, if I had to rank probably my top three things in the world, this would be in the top. It'd be hard to say where it would rank, but
and it's impossible for me to stop eating them once they're in front of me.
I've witnessed that. Let's tell them what it is. It's our
potatoes Dauphinoise.
Dauphinoise, if you will.
Or scallop potatoes.
Baked scallop potatoes.
Yes.
But I tell you, it's just, again, we go back to the French. They take a few simple ingredients and they just know how to put it together to make it just exquisite. So
it is to die for.
It is.
It's so great.
And it's great. It's about to be Easter time when we're filming this, so this is
it's perfect.
When you're doing your baked ham, this is just the perfect accompaniment to it. So all right, we've talked. So the preparation is easy.
Let's talk. You want to talk about these
potatoes?
About
potatoes first. Okay. So I like going with Yukon Gold or any kind of a gold potato works really well. A russet will work in a pinch. Don't use like a red waxy kind of potato. But these Yukon just
we got
work.
Some big ones too. You got some big Yukons.
I know. Well, that's what I've been told. So anyway, you're going to want to go with 3 pounds. And I've got a dish right here that this is. I can't remember how many liters this is, but it's about 14 by 11.
9 by 11.
Yeah, I mean, if you used a 9 by 13 baking dish, that would work perfectly.
Yes.
When we have our family over for Easter, I'm gonna double this recipe because we love it so much. So I'm gonna use 6 pounds of Yukon Gold.
Yes.
I'm gonna be Yukon Gold. Anyway, okay. So
all right.
How did you get these? The key to this is Dauphinoise is they're thinly sliced.
Yes.
So what's gonna really help you do that is a mandolin. And I've got a link to it in the blog post if you don't have one, but they're a great tool, and I've had one that I have had probably over 20 years.
Yes.
You'll use it repeatedly.
Machine washable.
Yeah. It's really good.
Great.
So what I did,
Dishwashers.
these are, don't put them in the dishwasher.
Don't put them
in the washing machine.
Yes.
Throw them in the pool. Anyway, this is about 1/8 of an inch thickness. I mean, if you could go thinner, that's great. Just remember, the thicker they are, the longer it's going to take to bake. But there's something about that thinness. They really bake beautifully.
And then mandolin, you just whip right through them.
Right. Now, obviously, you want to wait. You can peel your potatoes ahead of time and then let them sit in water, because then they're not going to oxidize. But you don't want to peel these too far in advance before you start to assemble. Now, you can assemble and then wait to bake. That's one of the brilliant things about this dish.
Yeah.
But you don't want these to sit because they'll start to turn brown and gross. Okay. I've talked about that.
So should we put a layer on and then we'll talk about?
Well, let me talk about the way. So this is just a little technique that I picked up along the way somewhere. It doesn't do a lot, but it's kind of fun, and it's one of those French things that adds a little.
It imparts a little flavor.
It does. So what I did is I've got my baking dish here, and I greased it with a couple tablespoons of good old unsalted butter. We're going to be French here, and we are going to use butter.
The sides and everywhere.
Yeah. So that just imparts a little bit of flavor into that butter, and it's just going to be really, really delicious. So
all right.
Well,
let's do a layer, and then we'll talk about.
Well, you start to do the layer. Let me talk about.
All right. Well, then I'm in the wrong place.
Well, no. Okay. All right. So we're just going to layer these on here like this. Now,
and then we have this cream. It's so good.
So let me talk about the cream sauce. So it's all about potatoes and cream and then cheese. For the cream sauce, what I did was I got 2 cups of 2 cups of heavy cream and then a cup of whole milk. And you're going to put that in a saucepan over medium-high heat. And then to that, you're going to add just a few sprigs of fresh thyme, a healthy pinch of salt and pepper, and then what I like to do is I get my garlic press, and I've got a couple of cloves of garlic in there, and I press them, and then I scrape those into the mix. If you don't have a garlic press, no big deal. Just mince it finely and put it in there. Bring that to a nice strong simmer, just a couple minutes. It's going to get those aromatics really infused in that cream. And then you're going to turn it off and let it cool for just a couple moments so you can handle it. And then get a a sieve and put it over a medium-sized bowl, about that size, and then just transfer it in there. You want to get the solids, that thyme and that garlic out of it.
Yes.
A little bit of the pepper may go through, and that's okay.
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 All right, so we've got a layer of potatoes.
Yes, we got. Now, these potatoes, it may feel like we're adding a lot of salt, and be careful. Don't over salt, because once you do, you can't go back. But we do a layer of salt and a small layer of pepper each layer that we go. I find that just gives the exact amount of seasoning that you need. Okay.
You do it every layer, did you
Every
say?
layer,
Okay.
yes. Now, this is when part of the technique I think that is really important. This cream should be about the right amount of cream. But what you don't want to do is do too much cream, because then it just becomes too saucy and too mushy. You want these potatoes to really absorb the cream just enough to where they become like this just luscious potato melt in your mouth type of quantity.
I love it.
Quality.
Love it,
okay,
love it.
So now we're going to continue doing this until we've used up all these potatoes, just building these layers in the same fashion that we just did.
Come on.
Okay, all right, now
That was exhausting.
That was a lot of fun. I love doing that. It just gets me going. Okay, so now what we've done
You
is...
have a couple left.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say. I think if you have a scale and you can measure these, great. You're going to want to do 3 pounds, but the more important thing is you want your ratio of liquid to potatoes to be accurate. So
look at
you
that.
may, when you're doing this, you may find out that you've got some potatoes left over and you use all the cream. Or the reverse. You may feel like that you've got you have extra cream and you have no more potatoes, but that's okay.
But the thing is that you've got that cream down in there, and it comes up through the potatoes.
That's the real test. I do this test whenever we make our dressing, our Thanksgiving dressing.
It's called the Squish Test.
It is the Squish Test, and so when you can squish it and it kind of comes up like that, that's good. If it is so swimming in it that you do this and it overflows the pan, then you've got too much.
Right.
And
those look perfect.
Good luck. Oh, thanks. So now
we got some cheese.
We got to cheese things up, okay?
Yes.
All right, so this is Gruyere cheese. I love Gruyere cheese.
This is so French.
It's 8 ounces.
So French.
It is. It's 8 ounces that we've I actually did this. Usually it's very... You're not going to find like shredded Gruyere you usually find Gruyere in the gourmet section of your cheese department of just your local supermarket.
What
I do is
cheeses.
I just stick it into my food processor and give it a good grinding, and you've got perfectly prepared Gruyere ready to go.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, I'm so excited. Okay. So now we've got our oven preheated to 350 degrees. Now this, again, depending on the thickness of your potatoes, depending on how many used, it could take anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes. 45 minutes is probably going to be too short of a time. But what you want to do is keep an eye on it after like 30 minutes. Because that cheese will start to brown.
You know what? Start checking in 15 minutes. I don't trust.
You check it just because you're so hungry. You want to eat it. Check. I mean,
I just don't want.
Check.
You don't
keep opening the oven, because then you're letting heat out, and that defeats the purpose. But yeah, if you check it whenever you feel comfortable checking it. Usually after 30 minutes, you may want to start thinking about putting a foil layer
over the top. Yeah.
Certainly by 45 minutes. And then the real test is just to stick a knife in there. And when it is so tender that there's no resistance whatsoever, then it's ready to go.
Yeah, that's when I get excited.
No, me too. I'm excited now. All right. Yay! Okay. Oh my gosh. I feel as though I am standing in front of greatness.
There you are.
And of course that means you. No, actually, I mean this.
Thank you. I know, this is wonderful.
They're both very cheesy, you and this dish. And it's just, the smell.
This is nice and creamy, not cheesy.
Well, that's true. I wish you could smell this, you guys, and you will, because you have to make this. It's just
so.
I'm telling you.
Like you said earlier, it's like one of your top 3s.
It is. I mean, and
mine too.
So I'm going to do, of course, my favorite. I'd love to add a little fresh parsley just because it's so beautiful.
Yes.
And this is one of those dishes that it takes some simple ingredients and it transforms it into something transcendent.
I'm so excited.
Okay,
You just start.
I know. I'm quit being poetic. I'm waxing poetic, or at least I'm waxing.
Yeah,
I
you're
don't know,
just
something
waxing.
like. Oh my God!
Right.
All right. He loves me for me to use
from this side.
He directs me on my spatula usage.
There you go.
It's like.
I just want to show people the perfect. Show it that way. No, bring it down.
Nope.
There we go. Perfect.
Isn't that stunning? I'm telling you, you serve this.
Oh.
You serve this at your, whatever special dinner, and people are going to be actually like writing you into their will because it's that good.
Seriously, though, it is.
And you can just give a little bit of that whatever your earnings are to us. I'm kidding. Okay. I'm so excited. I haven't been this excited in a while.
This
at least since lunch.
Look at how wonderful that is. And I wish you could see the layers. It's so perfect.
I do want to say, remember what I said. So it's important to do, you just don't want to go this far and then make it and bite into it and the potatoes aren't quite done, because that can happen. So do the fork test. If it doesn't just go in super easy, then let it go in. This can bake for anywhere up to an hour and a half. Did I say how long we let it go? We did 45 minutes and then another 20. So
and then you did the knife test.
An hour and 5 minutes, I think. All right, this is it.
I'm not paying attention to you anymore.
I know, I'm not even paying attention to myself.
That's usually the case.
And that's rare. It's a revelation.
I can't tell you.
It is. It's transcendent.
It's one of my favorites. It's all-time favorites. All-time favorites. That is so
heavenly.
Yeah, the richness is just delightful. The cream, there's not too much cream, but the cream just adds this.
It just combines with those potatoes and cooks in a way that is just. But you have to prepare it the way that we showed you, because.
And then with the Gruyere on top.
Boy, I'm gonna Google that Gruyere.
The Gruyere.
Okay, you can't sit here and eat the whole thing. The rest of us would like to enjoy this.
That is 1,000, maybe 10,000. That's how much I love it. % Loon approved.
Now that's something to remember. Okay,
it's just so good, y'all. It is so good.
Have we convinced you?
I can't. It's just the richness. The richness is just. Well, right next to a ham. It's a good richness. It's like this. I can't explain it.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Richness, rich, some people are like, well, if it's too rich, things can be too rich.
This is like a...
But this is just, it's just
a comforting, delicious...
It is. It's hard to describe. It's like so many French dishes. You're like, how do they do that? How do they know how to put it all together in a way that just is incredible? Are you doing the...
I'm having a good
time.
I'm doing the Dauphinoise.
He's getting down with Dauphinoise.
Oh, Lord.
We're giddy.
Yeah. You can get this recipe on howtofeedaloon.com. Wow. Wow.
And be sure to go to our social media, like us, share us, and
do a Dauphinoise.
And do a Dauphinoise. Bring on over Dauphinoise.
Do a Dauphinoise.
So we love you guys, and we're so excited that we got to share this with you. We hope you make it. If you do make it, post some pictures.
Did I say you can get this recipe?
Yes, post it on Instagram. Send us photos. We love when you guys send us photos.
Love that.
It makes us just want to hug you even more.
Yeah.
All right, we've talked so much. We're going to go back to eating.
Yes.
All right, bye everybody. Happy Easter.
Yay.
Hey everybody!
Hi guys! Now if you want to be a part of the Loon fun, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to hit that little bell icon so you won't miss a single recipe.
That's right! Oh, and speaking of recipes, if you want another amazing recipe like this, then just click right here!
Yeah, click!
Click!
Subscribe!
It's so much fun!